What's up, everyone? It is Goldstein here, and it's moments before Shabbat. I just want to show you the view real fast. We got to hustle through Psalm 105. The reason why I chose Psalm 105 is because I'm so sick of hearing everybody defend themselves against all the hatred. Stop defending. It's embarrassing. They keep seeing us backpedal and trying to speak up for ourselves like we're little children caught doing something wrong because we're Jews breathing and living in today's world instead of cowering and dying. They can't stand us. They can't understand when Jacob wears Esau's fur and builds tanks and builds guns and establishes the homeland once again to protect against the genocide of the people of Israel, of which every evil one in every generation has been trying to do since we've been around. But with that said, check it out real fast. I'll just show you where I am. It's really, really beautiful. Really beautiful. You're basically looking at Bethlehem right now. That's Ephrata, which is Bethlehem according to the Bible. I have to kind of pan quickly because I got to get moving, but I want you to see the mountains of Jordan, which you could see the outline of them in the distance, and it's really beautiful right now. And then I'm going to pan over to Jerusalem. So when we said this psalm right now, there we go. There's holy Jerusalem through the barbed wire, unfortunately, but you're basically looking right there, right over there, that little finger-looking building sticking up on the mountain. That would be the Mount of Olives. That's the footsteps of Mount Moriah. And we are right here in the mountains of Yehuda, of Judah, of which the tribe of Israel, the leader of the tribe of Israel, walked these hills, and the lion image, which is his, is still the lion image of today. So with that said, let's hustle through Psalm 105. And the reason why, again, we're choosing Psalm 105 is because it shows clearly God's servant, the sons of Jacob, will inherit the covenant forever, this land forever. Give thanks to the Lord, call on his name. Proclaim his acts amongst the people. Sing to him. Sing to him. If you're listening to this, sing to God right now with me. Make music to him. If you play music, play it, baby. Tell all of his wonders. Glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of the Lord's seekers rejoice. Remember, this is a man who had a troubled life, and he's telling us if we seek the Lord, we should rejoice, we should play music, we should dance, we should sing. Long for the Lord and his might, seek out his presence always. Recall the wonders he has done. And I could see the wonders every day living in this land. You see the miracle of the rebirth of the Jewish nation returning home from the north, from the south, from the west, from the east. God says that he will tell the north to give up his sons and daughters, the west, the east, the south, the same. Do not hold them back. And they will all come home, every single one of them. Not one will be left behind. To hell with the haters. What do we care? Why do you need to play defense? You come at me with spears and chariots, and I come back at you with the God of Israel. Isn't that what David said also so many years ago? Either we live for it and we take it to heart, or we pack it up. Guys, it's all or nothing these days. Haven't you noticed? Recall the wonders he has done, the marvels and judgments he has pronounced. Now listen up, the Tuckers and the Candaces and all you freaks out there, you literal freaks of nature. You literal, just terrible, terrible bad faith actors who would make the Nazi regime and Goebbels himself so proud. You'd get a heart sticker from Uncle Adolf and Goebbels himself for your propaganda. It's embarrassing how people support ISIS instead of the beauty that is this land. And everyone who comes here, Jew, Christian, Muslim, atheist, everybody who comes to this land falls in love with her. Everyone, including the 2 million Israeli Arabs who live here. Full citizenship, full stop. Not one of them has ever said, hey, I'm done with this, I'm leaving, I'm giving up my passport. Nah, they got great lives and they know it. My friends, Israeli Arabs who live here, they love their lives here. They even serve in the army here alongside me. With that said, this is important. O seed of Abraham, his servant. O children of Yaakov, his chosen ones. So when they say that this land was not promised to the Jewish nation, it was only promised to the seed of Abraham. Huh? Let's do a DNA test and see who the real seed of Abraham is. Huh? No. What we do is we open up Psalm 105 amongst so many other places in God's Testament. The Torah, prophets, and writings, nearly 24,000 passages of the word of Hashem. And we just read Psalm 105:6. O seed of Abraham, his servant. O children of Jacob, his chosen ones. What are we chosen for? We're chosen to show the Torah the way that God commands humanity to live like human beings amongst the bookends of godliness on this earth. We're commanded to be a light to the nations. We're commanded to be a holy nation. And yes, we are commanded to protect our lives against these abominations of death cult worshipers whose very charter calls for the annihilation of every single Jew globally. This isn't rocket science. He is the Lord our God. His judgments are throughout the land. Which land? This land. Your land. He remembers his covenant forever. What was that, replacement theologists? What was that when I see Orthodox Catholics? No offense, y'all might be great people, but I'm just seeing too many of the Orthodox Church out there saying that, no, we don't follow the Old Testament. That's done away with. We now are the new. We are the church. We are the receivers of the covenant, not the ones who deny. Excuse me. It's a nice little soliloquy, but what does God say? God, remembers God's covenant between God and the Jewish people forever. Now, how do I know it's between God and the Jewish people? Because it says so throughout the scriptures. Even here, it's like God is putting the seal of approval, saying it's not just Abraham. It's Abraham, Isaac, through to Jacob. He skipped Isaac in the psalm and went straight to Jacob. Because we are the sons and daughters of Jacob, the sons and daughters of Israel, Bnei Israel, the same Bnei Israel that is mentioned in the Quran, connected to this land. Wow. Shocker. Let's say that again. He remembers his covenant forever, his word of command for 1,000 generations, which he formed with Abraham, swore to Yitzchak. I can't make this up. Just read it. Psalm 105. Just read it. Just read it. And established with Jacob as a statute, as an eternal covenant for Israel, saying to you, I will give the land of Canaan as your share of inheritance. When you were few in number, scarce, strangers there, wandering from nation to nation, from one kingdom to another people. Yet he let no one oppress them, and rebuked kings for their sake, saying, touch not my anointed ones, and do my prophets no harm. He summoned famine to the land and cut off all supply of bread. But he sent a man before them, Joseph, sold into slavery. Joseph walked right past me in these hills. Swear to God. Right. Joseph was sent right up this way to go check on his brothers in Shechem. No joke. It's wild. Right where I'm standing. Literally right down here. Joseph would have been walking with his beautiful coat on, making his brothers all jealous. I gotta go. Shabbat starting. I gotta keep the covenant forever and ever as well. I love you guys very much, and I just want to tell you this. As I sit here, you know what? Let's stand. As I stand here at sunset with Shabbat coming in at the impossible hills of Yehuda, the Lion of Judah, I swear to God there isn't an Israeli man, woman, or child that I know that isn't proud to be a Jew, that isn't proud to be an Israeli. They might be Christians. They might be Arab Israelis. I know a lot of Arab Israelis who hate us. But let me tell you, I know a lot who love this land, who love the people, who have given them every opportunity in the world to succeed. Times are changing, and those who truly despise light are going to try to destroy us with darkness, and they will use everything possible, especially and including the mass media, to turn attention away from the truth, distort reality, and create the perception they need to drive whatever point they're trying to get across home. And it's happening to you day and night. Get off the internet when it comes to the negativity and feel the light that's shining on me from that beautiful sun dipping into the Mediterranean as the moon is right above our heads, right over the Judean hills, and just shout out, Am Yisrael Chai. The nation of Israel is alive. And those of you that can't stand this, or can't stand the fact that I'm saying these words, who cares? You're a nothing. You're a fart in the wind of history. We are the sons and daughters of royalty, and we will continue with our mission from God to be a witness to the world, to try to be a humble, good, holy nation. And when those around us try to genocide us, we're going to have to fuck them up sometimes. That's just the truth. We want peace. We desire peace. We give up our land here for peace. This tiny little plot of land. We dug up the graves of our murdered and dead in Gaza during the disengagement and handed over that entire area. Not one Jew was left in Gaza, and proof is in the pudding. They turned it into one of the worst terror bastions this world has ever seen. They literally dragged our babies into tunnels. What else do you need to know? What other slap in the face do you need to be reminded of what you're dealing with right now? If they're willing to do that physically, then what do you think they're willing to do psychologically and emotionally? Yeah. Nazism is alive and proud, and a real guerrilla warrior, a real terrorist knows how to use the truth to bend it, knows how to use the enemy's weapons against them. So they'll take our truth and they'll flip it and turning into a lie. They'll take our history and try to make it their own. They'll do everything they can to disconnect us physically, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, and in a unified way nationally from everything we are as a people. Am Yisrael Chai. To hell with them. God bless you all. And remember this last thing. Don't do things because you hate. Don't do things because you fear. Do things because it's the right thing to do. Do things because you recognize that this is much greater than just yourself. There's younger ones looking up at you. There's neighbors looking at you possibly for strength. There's a community looking at you also possibly for strength. You're not alone anymore. I'm Yisrael Chai. Shabbat Shalom.